Team of the season evolutions are now officially confirmed to be a thing, which is great for us and terrible for the market. And we're going to talk about that. Also, we hit 13K, which is awesome. And also the average viewers like each week keep increasing on the channel. And for this time of the year, that's crazy. So thank you for the support, seriously. Especially during the game we have right now, which has received a lot of negative feedback for the entire year. And the viewership keeps like pretty much increasing. So I'm continually grateful for you guys. And let's just get into the things we need to cover in today's video right now. If you guys want to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. The link is in the description. Use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. Cengiz Ünder came out for the Conference League for Fenerbahce. First touch, finesse shot, 5-star skills, and he looks like a pretty solid card all around, to be honest with you. He also can fit into that 88 evolution that just came out where you can upgrade the stats, and he is still live after that, so you can really make a pretty good card here. It's not the most insane thing in the world, but he's also very cheap to do. 81 rated, one team of the week. So I got to give EA credit for that one because it's pretty much just free fodder if you get the team of the week duplicate. And also we have 69. Don't say it. Really huge packs, honestly. There's something pretty bad. It was like 81 times 2 there, but there's so many huge packs already that I've got saved up. So just reminding you, it's going to be, you know, in the few hundreds when the pack opening actually happens. Live on Prem TOTS Day, YouTube and Twitch, cheeky plug. TOTS evolutions, let's get to the news now. They are indeed coming. The card design has been confirmed, and we also saw yesterday that the TOTS nominee / moments design has been leaked as well. We're probably assuming it'll be moments again from last year. I know it's not much of a surprise to see evolutions like TOTS evolutions being leaked, but what this does definitely tell me is that we have a specific card design leaked for TOTS evolutions, right? And if you remember, for pretty much every promo where you've had like an evolution exclusive card design for, they always have dropped a lot of them. And I know Team of the Season is a long promo, so obviously there's going to be a lot of them, but I still do feel like we've had a lot of great evolutions recently with FUT Birthday. There were so many of them. I would not be shocked to see a lot of great evolutions during Team of the Season, more often than what we were seeing pre-FUT Birthday, if that makes sense. And I think that's going to contribute to more of a market destruction. And the market destruction has been insane, and we will talk about that here in just a little bit. But also, we saw yesterday that Rick was talking about icon prices moving very weirdly. Could be another icon evolution. He then tweets, you know, imagine an Evo came for Cantona after he got a Galazzo SBC, and he was replying to some people here saying, there's an Evo leak question mark. He says, just look at his FUTBin graph and a few other icons yesterday / today. Something is up. And obviously, as we know, leaks do get spread very quickly in these discords in secrecy. Sometimes they're fake, and most of the time though they are real. So I would just say, maybe hold on to your icons right now if you have one that's say an 88 or 89 rated. They might fit into an Evo here soon. We could see an evolution coming up where icons are going to be needed. We'll talk more about these prices in a sec. Johan Cruyff under 1 million coins is pretty crazy. Here's a little concept of Prem Team of the Season cards to show you guys quick just what we can expect for this, right? I mean, it really is going to be pretty crazy to see 3 playstyle pluses on cards, adding on to the increase in stats as well. Now, of course, when you add Flare plus, Tiki Taka plus, like that's not really much of a change, but say Heung-min Son, finesse, rapid, power shot, that is pretty incredible. Palmer, quick step, first touch, finesse, also pretty great too. And I expect them to be pretty expensive, except the thing is right now, it's hard to predict any cards to be too expensive when the market is looking like it is right now. And you know, here's more of them. Mo Salah, Erling Haaland, Ollie Watkins. These cards obviously look great. They look sick. But I honestly have no idea what this market will look like during Team of the Season in terms of the Team of the Season cards themselves. I'm assuming they'll be very expensive. But if the weight is even a little bit more than we are thinking it could be or is most likely going to be the case, I mean, this market is so mudded right now. Johan Cruyff 900, Ruud Gullit I think is like 800k at the moment. I know it's base Ruud Gullit, but he's 840, and that is just crazy for any FIFA market before Team of the Season for Gullit to be 840. These new Galazzo icons, Xabi Alonso 430, Didier Drogba's 386, which is crazy. Pele's only 1.5 mil. There are just so many great options with 2 playstyle plus cards right now that are making things super cheap on the market. You know, Viali's 42,000, his quick step and aerial, which are 2 pretty good play styles. He looks pretty cracked, honestly, for only 42,000 coins. Roberto Carlos, one of the best left backs in the game, if not the best, 570. I mean, that as well is crazy. Cordoba, 90 pace center back with aerial and intercept is 450. Okay, like this is why it's hard for me to say Team of the Season is going to be super duper expensive, because you've got options like this who, yes, they want to have 3 playstyle pluses. How is this Cordova card only 450 right now pre-TOTS, and we're gonna have 2 TOTS squads at least every single week, because you've got a major league and a minor league, right? That's what we usually see with TOTS normally. Now we have women's leagues. We could see a women's league at the same time. We could see 3 Team of the Season squads in packs at the same time with other cards that have 3 playstyle pluses that will be cheap, cracked out stats with 3 playstyle pluses. So I don't know how this market goes up at all. I have no idea. And it kind of sparks a bigger question of like, do you like the fact that this market is this cheap? One of the best physical strikers in the game, Drogba's 380, and he's pretty easily affordable. And you've also got fodder because of rivals rewards that is just like ridiculously cheap. It keeps going down, 89s or 21, and we're also going to have 90s, 91, 92 rated cards just all over the game. So that will also make these prices drop, right? 90s are the same price as 89s right now because of Rositsky, Park Ji-sung. Those two are in packs, and they're packed constantly. So I mean, really, I don't know what the outlook for this market is, other than it's just gonna keep dropping and dropping and dropping, apart from the new TOTS cards that come out that are like top end, right? TOTS Most Solid, TOTS Hall 1, they'll all be super expensive still, but for anything else in the whole entire game, everything's gonna be super cheap to me, because just the sheer amount of cards that are gonna be in packs is going to be crazy. Now the question still remains, like I asked before, is this good? Do you like the fact that the market is super duper cheap? You can try out a lot of players. If you have any coins right now, you can pretty much try out so many different cards. But on the flip side, you have the negatives where you pack somebody, I mean, you kind of can't really pack people worth coins. That's like the argument people say about, the market being cheap being a bad thing. What is right? I mean, I don't really have the right answers, I suppose. I'd prefer there to be a cheaper market than a more expensive market, but it's a little hypocritical because FIFA 19, super expensive market, but I also think that's like one of the best FIFAs in terms of content and market wise, because there are a lot of ways to earn those packs and get those coins. So I don't really know what the right answer is. Like I was saying, I really don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, we haven't even talked about evolutions yet. Look about the popular evolutions players here. Most of these you can't even earn right now, but think about TOTS evolutions. They'll probably end up being paid, the really good ones, but those drop the market so much that I just don't. I mean, this is going to be the most crazy Team of the Season yet, because there's going to be so many damn cards in packs that I really don't know what it's going to look like for Team of the Season. I really don't. I'm just kind of guessing, but it kind of could be anybody's guess at this point. And people are complaining about Drogba nonstop right now. Side note, I'm seeing tweets every day talking about how annoying he is, and I saw some of your comments yesterday saying like, yeah, I love him, he's very good. I saw some kind of negative comments about him, but everyone's complaining about facing him, so he's got to be at least somewhat decent. Also, level 40 icon picks, I've been seeing on Twitter too that these are horrible, and there's no selection. Like, it's literally just, it's what you get level 40. And the fact that this is even possible to get Rooney, Smith, and Larson there is horrible. The fact that that's possible is crazy. So try not to get too gassed about your level 40 pick, because they look pretty shite. All right, so read my wonderful subscribers' comments. Also, shout out, Yasso says, amazing tactics. Anyone searching for new tactics, this is it. New tactics, this is it. If you guys didn't see, I uploaded like a tactics video a couple days ago that is more attacking. It's kind of a more fun version of the 4-3-2-1. If you want to check it out, you guys sure can. Also, Daniel clearly not too happy about Drogba. Drogba went into Dino SBC. Okay, well, it tells you what he thinks about him. Matt says, with regards to being able to use the best players all year, I was thinking earlier that I would pay a one-off fee to have X card, like 20 pounds for R9, but you can only do it once a month for one player or something, so it's not abused. And I'm sure this will eventually come into the game at some point. Paying a specific fee for a card, it probably would exist at some point, is my guess there. But what I was kind of saying yesterday was that they do release sometimes icons in the power curve, for sure. They do in terms of SBCs. I think the more criticism for me is that it's kind of the ones that they select, right? It's George Best, Zidane, Eusebio, right? I wish there was a way to make it so that, if they're going to release Eusebio, they could deem 5 cards that were on Eusebio's level, and we could choose between, one of those 5, right? So it's not, hey, everyone has Eusebio now, because that's kind of what it was for a while. Like, everybody's team was Eusebio, Sawa, Best, right? Instead, it's like, hey, maybe release some cards that are in the game as well, like at the same time. Like, they released Dino. Why not release Pele at the same time? Is Pele that much better than Dino? They're like the same price in the market, right? So maybe release those two, and you combine those with a couple other cards too. And then just that way it makes teams a little fresher, and you can kind of select what players you like more often, rather than, hey, everyone has the exact same SBC that's released. I feel like that's more of the way I think they should go. And I think that it is good they release icons like Best and Sawa. So that's good, but then also maybe make it so that teams don't feel as stale then when you're playing against the same players all the time. by releasing maybe an option of more players at a time. Anthony says, Jay, Dino was 2.5 mil 3 days ago. Obviously, with leaks, when it drops, it will naturally drop hard. Did you expect them to get a snapshot of the market the very second it drops to adjust it on release? That would be one, very easy to manipulate, either by buying out the listed supply or buying up fodder, and two, unrealistic with fodder prices changing constantly. Both Mia Hamm and R10 were very fairly priced. What I will say is if Dino was worth his SBC price, his market value would still be the SBC's price, right? So look at Dino right now. His price, 1.63, SBC, 2.2, right? When they drop a card that is a little bit overpriced, but he's still in the power curve in terms of like best players in the game, worth the coin price, they usually will bounce right back up to their SBC price. The SBC price and market price usually stays right around the same. Right now, it's not happening with him or Mia Hamm, especially Mia Hamm, right? When you look at Mia Hamm, 890K on the market and 1.9 mil SBC. So this tells me that, yes, they did overprice them because the demand isn't there at all to even reach close to the SBC price. So, you know, when you say, did you expect them to get a snapshot of the market the very second it drops to adjust it on release? Well, what actually usually happens is the SBC drops and it could be a little bit more expensive than the market price if it is the case. Then the demand usually bumps the market price right back up to the SBC price if the demand is there for it. Right now, that's not the case, which then tells me that, yeah, they are overpriced because the demand is just not the same level the SBC costs. Now, I definitely can see how you might think that, like, it's good that they are, you know, more expensive in the market price because of the fact that fodder can be pretty easy to get right now. That I totally understand, but, like, the Mia Hamm difference here, 890 to 1.9 is obviously a lot. And they're only really doing that because they want to make you try and buy more store packs if you don't have the coins to buy tradable Mia Hamm. If you have 200K, but you have a lot of fodder and you don't have quite enough to do Mia Hamm, that's kind of what I think their process is behind this, because then people are more inclined, the casuals, to spend a little bit of money on the game to complete Mia Hamm. I think that's going to be it from me. Thank you for being here and watching. Love you all. See you next video very, very soon. Peace.